When you open up After Effects, you'll be greeted by this window right here. We have the option to open a new project, open a project shared to you by someone, or you have it somewhere that's not showing here on recent, okay? But also recent projects that you did, and normally they tend to be 10 or something. So we'll go ahead and open up a new project because we have never opened up a project before, okay? Now, don't be scared by this whole interface right here, because I'm going to explain everything to you in the simplest way possible. So just follow what I'm going to show you. On top here, you have different options here. You have file, edit, composition, layers, effects, animation, view, window, and help. All these tend to help you in working in After Effects. Now, I want you to just focus on file in this episode, right? Now, file has different sections here. Now, as a beginner, you only need to know a few of them, and that is the first segment here has everything to deal with opening up a project as a beginning. You can open up a new project. You have different options here as we saw before. You can open up a team project, you can open up recent project, but also you can browse in Bridge for other projects, okay? The second section has the close, which actually closes windows here in this After Effects. For example, if you choose effect here and then you come to close and click close, you'll actually see you lose the panel. So, and this can be turned back by coming to Windows, Workspace, and you have a bunch of workspaces here. For now, we have the default workspace in After Effects, and just come to the bottom here and click on Reset to Default Layout, okay? And you can see we have Effects panel back here, okay? You can click somewhere by accident and accidentally delete a panel and you freak out, like, where did the panel go? Just go back to Windows, Reset to save the layout, and you'll get your panel back. Close project allows you to close the entire project, okay? And at the bottom here, you have the options to save, but also save as, if you want to save it as in a different name or save it in a different location, you can choose save as, okay? Now, the section that follows that is important, you have here import. You can import recent footage, but also you can export your files here. Now, and on the bottom, you have the option to exit the project, whereby you can close the entire After Effects software. The next thing I'm going to teach you in this episode is actually importing. You can import footage, which includes photos, images, and videos like you normally do. Like if you come to import here and come to file, you see, and I will select this image, right? And if you click import, you can see we have the image right here. It's already imported, easy, okay? But let's say you want to import a project. So let's say a PSD file from Photoshop, okay? That's a little bit different. If I come here and click on import, okay? And then I click on file, and then I choose this PSD file here, which was the thumbnail that I did from my recent videos, how to use the Puppet Pin tool. You can go check it out after you watch this tutorial series. Go ahead and click on import. You see we'll be greeted by this window, right? This window allows us to choose different ways in which we can import this project, okay? For example, we have footage. On footage, you'll import the project as a normal footage, like a photo. But composition plus retain layer sizes allows you to import the footage, but also the files with the same sizes as you did in Photoshop, the same resolution, okay? And on the layer options here, you have the option to import editable layer styles, but also merge layer styles into footage. Now, if you merge them into footage, it will come in just like one single footage, like it has been pre-composed, okay? But if you choose editable layer styles, okay, they will come in as individual layers as how they were in Photoshop. So I'm going to choose editable layer styles, and if I click OK, you can see we have here our composition, but also if I double click, you can see I have all my layers here as they were. And if I go back and open this project in Photoshop and change something, if I come back on After Effects, it will change itself automatically, you know. And that's the beauty of the ecosystem of Adobe softwares, because they tend to integrate with one another. You can take a project from Photoshop, take it into After Effects, take a project from After Effects, take it into Premiere Pro, and vice versa, and you know, it's pretty awesome. But let's say you want to import an Adobe Premiere Pro project into After Effects. That's where it's a bit different, okay? If I double click, right, and I select this project, right, and click on import, you'll see it will actually bring the sequence that have been edited in Premiere Pro, and you can import the entire sequence as one single video in After Effects. So if I choose, let me say, this landscape sequence, okay, and I click OK, you can see if I double click on it, it gets to be imported as one single video, and then I can do, you know, the After Effects. And if I open this project up in Premiere Pro and try to edit up, the changes will be applied also in this video right here, which was imported as a project of Premiere Pro in After Effects. That's about it in this episode 1. The second episode, we are going to be creating compositions. We are going to be I'm going to be teaching you about composition settings, but also I'm going to explain to you about the source monitor and also the timeline. Now, your task in this episode is close up After Effects, okay? And you can actually do it with me here, okay? Just close up After Effects, open up the software. Make sure that once it opens up, you are well familiar with the home window. Open a new project and make sure you go to File and import different projects, different videos, different photos. After that, join me in the second episode.